You would not believe what people are paying for these vintage items right now. Some of this stuff looked completely ordinary, sitting in box lots, on yard sale tables, in thrift stores. But online, massive demand. Today, I'm showing you real vintage finds that actually sold on my eBay and Etsy account, and some of the prices might shock you. Welcome back to Vintage Up Finds, where we hunt down vintage treasures, forgotten collectibles, and nostalgic pieces that people are actively buying online. If you enjoy vintage flips, antique finds, thrift discoveries, and learning what actually sells, hit the subscribe button because the sold comps can seriously change the way you look at everyday items and may change your financial situation. And also, don't forget to hit the like button. All right, let's dive in. All right, guys, as usual, my wife managed to ship out the vast majority of the stuff that I sold, so I can't actually show them to you physically here, but you're going to see the pictures pop up on the screen there or there momentarily. All right, weather was horrible around here for like the last week. The sun is out, the birds are chirping. It's absolutely beautiful times. But let's dive right in, guys. All right, this item here sold on eBay. It's a vintage Air Patrol ribbon bar collection. Awesome, phenomenal buy, guys. I paid $10 for it. We sold it for $46, and I could have. The funny thing is, at this particular auction, I could have brought so many more, but it was a risky buy. I wasn't really sure, so I just brought some. That's what I was doing. I purchased some. I buy some, and then we'll see what happens. All right. Did I say brought or bought? Bought. Anyway, let's keep it moving, guys. All right. Next thing up, this vintage 1960s. Personal journal, a diary, a daily reminder. It's basically a journal, daily reminder / diary. It was really cool. It wasn't quite a diary though. It was kind of like somebody just chronological order, just everything they did every day. It was just interesting to see how they lived their life. Now, diaries always sell, and I've actually come across some amazing ones over the years. I remember, but anyway, this one sold for $40. Sorry, but I remember there was one that my wife and I purchased years ago at a box lot, and it was actually of a young woman's trauma. She was a drug addict, and it was horrible. It was really sad. I always wondered what happened to her. And this was actually like from the 70s, early 80s. So we always wonder, like, what happened to that lady? But yeah. Anyway, the things you find at estate sales and yard sales sometimes too, but especially estate sales, because everything just gets thrown into box lots from houses. All right. Next thing up, we have a vintage Eli London percussion cap 10. Now this is from the Civil War era. It sold for $40, and tell you the truth, I didn't even buy it on purpose. It was just in a box lot, and the whole box lot looked cool, so I believe I paid $10 for that box lot, but it had a lot in it. And this is just one of the little things. So when my wife told me what it was, and that it was from the Civil War era, I actually didn't believe her at first. But a little bit of research, and she's right as usual. So yeah, this sold for $40. Next item up, a vintage, oops, got my paper here, and it's always windy every time I do these videos. This is not a real special item. It's a vintage Hall pottery. It's just a teapot. It's a Hall. I remember when I first started doing this like 10 years ago. The Hall line was very collectible and very popular in this part of the Northeast, but it's really died off. Nobody really cares about the Hall stuff anymore. It's kind of amazing to watch it happen as people drift from one thing to another. This sold for $24. I paid like $5 for it. It was like no real big victory or anything, but it's still pretty cool. Now, the last item is the weird one, all right? This right here, this is a jacket I sold for $26.80. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but the condition of it, I'm gonna hold this up a little bit closer to the camera. The condition of it is not great, but when I purchased it, I remember looking at the rack going, deer wear. It's just definitely American made, and it's old. And I paid like $3 for it. It was like a bunch of jackets, and I just said, give all of them to me. Now, this one sold for $26.80. It is made from deer skin, which is cool, and it's really beat up. But this also goes to show you, don't just assume that things don't have value, because there could be serious value out there for stuff that you never would imagine. All right, so that's it for this video for the sales I received this week. And so which item surprised you the most? Let me know down in the comments below. And also, don't forget to check out my store. There's a link in the description, all right? There's an Etsy and an eBay store. you might see something that's pretty cool, or you might just track some of the stuff I list. I got another video coming up shortly, and it's actually, I'm going to record it right now because I really scored on some yard sales and some state auction sales. All right, but guys, remember, a one person junk is another person's collectibles. That's my new saying, guys. What do you think? All right, don't forget the like button. All right, till next time. Peace out.